Hello students, today we are going to study grade of concrete. Grade of concrete are defined by the strength and composition of the concrete, and the minimum strength of the concrete should have following 28 days of initial construction. The grade of concrete is understood in measurement of MMPa, where M stands for mix and the MPa stands for overall strength. Concrete mixes are defined in ascending numbers of 5 starting at 10 and shows the compressive strength of the concrete after 28 days. For instance, C10 has the strength of 10 newtons, C15 has the strength of 15 newtons, C20 has 20 newton strength, and so on. Different mixes comes in various mixed proportions of the various ingredients of cement, sand and coarse aggregate. For instance, M20 comes in the respective ratio of 1 raised to 1.5 raised to 3. Now in this table, classification of grades of concrete is written. Here designation is written and here mixed proportion is written, that is cement raised to sand raised to coarse aggregate. And here in this third column, characteristic compressive strength in Newton per mm square is written, and in the last column the type of concrete is written. Now for M5 designation, the mixed proportion is 1 raised to 5 raised to 10, whose compressive strength is 5 Newton per mm square, which is also known as characteristic compressive strength. Similarly, for M7.5 grade concrete, the proportion is 1 raised to 4 raised to 8 and the characteristic compressive strength is 7.5 Newton per mm square. Now, M10, the proportion is 1 raised to 3 raised to 6 and the characteristic compressive strength is 10 Newton per mm square. Similarly, for M15, 1 raised to 2 raised to 4 and 50 Newton per mm square. For M20, 1 raised to 1.5 raised to 3 and 20 Newton per mm square is the characteristic compressive strength. And for M25, 1 raised to 1 raised to 2 and the compressive strength is 25 Newton per mm square. Now, M5 and M7.5 is known as lean concrete. From M10 to M20, the concrete is known as ordinary concrete. From M25 to M55, the concrete is known as standard concrete. From M60 to M80, the concrete is known as high strength concrete. Now, in the designation, M stands for mix and the second one, that is 5, 7.5, 10 stands for characteristic compressive strength of concrete in 28 days in Newton per mm square. Now, grade of concrete mainly classified in categories as follow, that is lean concrete, ordinary grade of concrete, standard grade of concrete, high strength concrete grades. Lean concrete. Lean concrete is a mix where the amount of cement is lower than the amount of liquid present in the strata. Similarly, the M5 grade and M7.5 grade concrete comes under lean concrete, where M stands for mix ratio and 5 stands for compressive strength of a 150 mm cube after 28 days of curing, expressed in Newton per mm square. Mix ratio for M5 is 1 raised to 5 raised to 10, where 1 stands for cement, 5 stands for sand and 10 stands for aggregate. The application of M5 grade concrete is to provide the uniform surface to the foundation concrete and to prevent the direct contact of foundation concrete from the soil. Now the next type of concrete in the lean concrete is M7.5 grade concrete, whose mixed ratio is 1 raised to 4 raised to 8, that is 1 part of cement, 4 part of sand and 8 part of aggregate. Now the application of M7.5 grade concrete is to provide the uniform surface to the foundation concrete and to prevent the direct contact of foundation concrete from the soil. Now the next concrete is the ordinary grade of concrete, in which M10, M15, M20 grade concrete comes. M10 has the proportion of 1 raised to 3 raised to 6, where 1 is cement, 3 is sand and 6 is aggregate. It is used as a plain cement concrete. Now the application of M10 grade concrete is, it can be used in construction of leveling course, bedding for footing, concrete roads, etc. M15 grade concrete mix ratio is given as 1 raised to 2 raised to 4. It is also known as PCC. The application of M15 grade concrete is it can be used in construction of leveling course, bedding for footing, concrete roads, etc. Now the M20 grade concrete mix ratio is 1 raised to 1.5 raised to 3, and it is used as a RCC, that is reinforced cement concrete, and the application of M20 grade concrete is it can be used in construction of slabs, beams, columns, footing, etc. Now standard grade of concrete. In standard grade of concrete, M25, M30 and M35 grade concrete comes, the mixed proportion of M25 grade concrete is 1 raised to 1 raised to 2. It is also known as RCC, that is reinforced cement concrete, and its application is it can be used in construction of slabs, beams, columns, footings, etc. Now M30 grade concrete, it is also known as RCC, and it is also used in the construction of slabs, beams, columns, etc. Now M30 grade concrete, the proportion of M30 grade concrete can be determined by the mixed design as per IS 10262-2009. Now the next grade of concrete is M35 grade concrete. It is also known as RCC, and its application is same as that of M30 grade concrete, and its proportion can be determined by the mixed design. Now the next concrete is the high strength concrete grades, that is M60 grade concrete and M80 grade concrete. It is also known as RCC, that is reinforced cement concrete. It can be used in RCC work where high compressive strength is required, such as high-rise buildings, long span bridges, ultra thin white topping, etc. Construction in aggressive environment, spillways of dams, coastal construction of a passage for surplus water from a dam. That is all about the grade of concrete. Thank you, students.